Bayside. It is June 30th and it is the first full Monday of the Queens Bus Network redesign. We're here at Francis Lewis and Northern Boulevard. And one thing that I want to show you guys here is that, and I noticed this earlier on the Q27 when the bus was going to Cambria Heights, it's now saying rush route. So here's the example of what you get here, all right? Now, what they're not telling you is the fact that the Q13 is now going along Sanford Avenue in Flushing. So, I mean, clearly this bus network redesign was not carefully executed, because now what's going to happen is people on the Q13 are going to get confused. And what's going to happen is, oh, bus driver, why aren't we going on Sanford Avenue and why are you going on Northern Boulevard? Yeah, the Queens Bus Network redesign just started yesterday. So now the passengers are going to get confused. When they get to Flushing, they're going to be like, hey, why didn't we make the left? You know, and here's an example, right? You have a gentleman on a, on a walking cane, right? So imagine the gentleman has to walk to this bus stop instead of the other bus stop right by the car dealership, because the bus isn't stopping there anymore. They eliminated that bus stop. And not just that, what if the gentleman, for an example, let's just use him that just walked in our camera shot, what if he wanted to use the bus stop further down right by the medical plaza? Because we did a video down there a couple weeks ago. That bus stop got eliminated, right? And so what I'm doing here is I'm going to wait for the next northbound 276 bus. I'm not going to get on it, but what I am going to do, I'm just going to see if the sign got updated, and we're going to see what happened. All right, so here's the Q12. So they haven't changed that. At least the good news is the 12 and the 13 are still going to go on its normal routes. So they're just confusing everybody when it goes to Flushing, because at least the 12 is still going to go to Glenwood Street, which is a good thing. And I said, how is this stretch bus supposed to make the left right by the 109 precinct? Right by Main Street? Because we know how narrow Main Street gets once you get by the 109. So, again, MTA clearly did not get this right again. And I'm here in this part of Queens because yesterday I want to acknowledge something. If you check the Bain Passengers United channel out, you know, I'm so glad that Charlton DeSouza, Jack Nierenberg, David Copperberg, they were out in Queens Village yesterday, and let me tell you, I feel so bad for those folks who need the Q110. You know, they got manipulated in this whole redesign too, because I don't get why the Q110 is going to Floral Park. I just don't get it. So here comes the 76. Now I want to see if it says 14th Avenue, and I think it does. I'm just going to wait for the sign to update. Okay, I still think it says 20th Avenue. So they have not updated the sign yet? Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't think they've updated the sign yet, unless, yeah, they have not updated the sign yet. Yep. So look at that, they have not updated the sign. Wow. Just wow. Okay. Again, this is the first Monday of the Queens Bus Network redesign, and they have not updated the sign to say it's going now on 14th Avenue. Just wow. I really? I am in amazement right now. Meanwhile, here comes an ambulance. Oh boy, people do not have common courtesy on the road. The ambulance has priority. Okay, so here comes another Q76. So here we go again with the bunching. You know, I just don't get it. So this bus is not even showing anything about its destination. It's just showing College Point. Meanwhile, here's a nice bus that's heavily decorated with advertisements. I don't want to be out here that long because I want to go inside Osnum and spend time with my residents and my supervisor. By the way, I have a nice lady who's my supervisor in the morning. We've been working together now for almost 10 years. So anyhow, let's just see what's going on with this. And I'm going to wait for the next Q12 and we're going to wrap up this brief video here. I'm just showing you some action. But yeah, I'm telling you guys, this has been mismanaged today. It really has been mismanaged. So here comes the X76. Here we go again with the bunching, which does not surprise me. And again, wait till the passengers get a rude wake-up call when they get to College Point. You know, you're lucky that this did not happen last week when it was 100 degrees. I mean, today it's only supposed to be around 84, 85 degrees. At least the good news is the humidity is down today. I am feeling a nice breeze here. All right, I'm flipping over to my iPhone 6s because the iPhone 13 just ran out of space. But yeah, again, mismanagement of how this plan was carefully executed. And I'm going to keep saying it again. I really hope that the MTA is taken to court for the bus stops. I don't want to focus too much on that, but we'll see what happens. I mean, again, this is only day one of this. And this is going to be a light travel week, supposedly. But, I mean, I just saw how crowded that Q76 bus was. I mean, it was crowded. Crowded, folks. Oh, by the way, my landscaper, he just made a little appearance in the video. I'm not going to show you his full landscaping name, but since we do have my iPhone 13 out, what I am going to do is just show you the transit app here. So let's see if we can pull it up. I'm just looking to see when the next Q12's coming. Should be coming. All right, so it is coming. Good. That's how we'll wrap up the video, and I'm going to have to airdrop the iPhone 13 thing to this thing when I get to the Wi-Fi at work. So I'll have to be brief with it. Not dilly-dally, but here comes the 12, so let's see what the sign says. Let's see if it mentions that this is the, right, it's not the rush route. Yeah, the 13's the rush route, like I just showed you. So this is the local. But again, this is the route that's going to make the left turn on Main Street. And, you know, again, I just feel so bad for the passengers who are going to get confused that, again, this is going to make the left on Main Street, but now the 13th is going to be the one going on Sanford. I mean, can anybody explain to me again the logistics of why they did that? For the life of me, I just don't understand that. I literally do not understand that. So we're just going to wait for this one to go by. And I'll also mention one more thing. We'll pull up the transit app. I was just on here. So, look what we got here on the Q13. So you mean to tell me if you need to get to Sanford Avenue, now we have bunching on the route because two buses decided to leave Fort Taunton at the same time, when again, there's clearly supposed to be a 5 to 10 minute gap in service. You know, I just don't get it. But again, this is how the MTA is playing the games as usual, folks. All right, well, I'm done with this video. I think I've made my points very clear today. Again, it's only day one of the bus network redesign, but believe me, you're lucky I caught that other Q13 in action, and I caught the sign on my iPhone 13 earlier. So I think we're going to wrap this up here. Nothing else really to say other than, again, headaches for day one of this nightmare. I left my bag open, so I better take care of that. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.